The Maori culture of the Aotearoa from New Zealand is steeped in rich traditions and captivating legends. Among these, the tales of the Taniwha stand out as both enigmatic and deeply significant. These mythical beings are often described as guardians, monsters, or something in between, embodying both protection and danger. Taniwha are supernatural creatures in Maori mythology, typically taking the form of giant water-dwelling beings. Their descriptions vary widely. Some are said to resemble serpentine dragons, others are more like sharks or whales, and some have entirely unique forms. What unites these depictions is the Taniwha's association with water, such as rivers, lakes, and the ocean. They are powerful beings with an ambiguous moral nature, capable of being protectors or predators. In Maori tradition, the word Taniwha itself conveys a sense of mystery and power. These beings often inhabit places where the natural world feels untamed: deep gorges, swirling ocean currents, or remote lakes. Their presence is often marked by signs in the environment, such as unusual water patterns or an eerie stillness, suggesting their supernatural influence. Tutaparopero was a Taniwha that lived in the Whanganui River, one of New Zealand's longest and most significant rivers. According to the legend, Tutaparopero was initially a human who was transformed into a Taniwha as a punishment from the gods. Once transformed, Tutaparopero took up residence in the river, where he alternated between serving as a protector of the local people and a source of terror. At first, Tutaparopero was benevolent. He warned the local iwi tribe of impending floods and helped guide canoes safely through treacherous waters. The people offered tributes to him and lived harmoniously alongside their river guardian. However, over time, Tutaparopero's nature changed. Whether it was due to neglect from the people or his growing power, he became a menace, attacking canoes and consuming livestock and even humans who ventured too close to his lair. The community was in despair until a brave young warrior named Twariki volunteered to confront the Taniwha. Knowing Tutaparopero's habits, Twariki devised a cunning plan. He carved a large wooden spear and fashioned a decoy raft laden with bait to lure the Taniwha. When Tutaparopero rose to attack the raft, Twariki struck with precision, wounding the Taniwha fatally. The river ran red with Tutaparopero's blood as he thrashed in his death throes, but Twariki's bravery restored peace to the Whanganui River. To this day, the story of Tutaparopero serves as a powerful reminder of the balance between respect for nature and the courage to confront its dangers. The origins of the Taniwha legend are intertwined with Maori beliefs about the natural world and their ancestors. Taniwha are often linked to Atua, or gods, and were thought to be the offspring or servants of these divine entities. Some Taniwha were believed to have arrived with the early Maori settlers aboard their great waka canoes, serving as guardians during the perilous ocean voyages. These ancestral Taniwha were more than just mythical. They were woven into the genealogies and oral histories of the iwi tribes. For example, many iwi trace their ancestry back to specific waka that were believed to have been protected by Taniwha. This sacred relationship fostered a sense of trust and reverence between Maori communities and these powerful beings. In many stories, Taniwha are seen as kaitioki, or guardians, protecting specific iwi tribes. Hapu are sort of sub-tribes or sacred sites. They could warn of impending danger, such as natural disasters, or help ensure safe travel across treacherous waters. For example, the Taniwha Kewai was said to guide and protect the people of Ngoti Wachua as they navigated their territory. These protective roles were not limited to people. Taniwha were also thought to safeguard specific landmarks or tauna treasures important to the community. In some traditions, a Taniwha might guard a Penomu greenstone deposit or a freshwater spring, ensuring its sanctity and sustainable use. Pekahoa was a powerful Taniwha that made its home in Te Weroyuri, a deep cave filled with water near Lake Rotorua. According to legend, This monstrous being would lurk in the depths, waiting for unsuspecting travelers or villagers who ventured too close. Many people mysteriously disappeared, and it was whispered that Pekahoa had dragged them into his watery lair, never to be seen again. As fear spread throughout the community, the local iwi grew desperate. The people lived in constant terror, afraid to fetch water from the lake or travel near the cave. The elders knew that something had to be done to rid the land of this menace. Ngata Roirangi, a revered Tohunga and warrior, was renowned for his wisdom, courage, and deep connection to the gods. When he heard of the people's suffering, he set out to confront Pekahoa. Armed with powerful incantations and a group of skilled warriors, he devised a plan to lure the Taniwha out of its cave. Ngata Roirangi instructed the warriors to throw logs and large stones into the cave's waters, stirring them violently to anger the Taniwha. Enraged by the disturbance, Pekahoa emerged from the depths, his monstrous form rising from the water with a deafening roar. As the Taniwha lunged forward, Ngata Roirangi unleashed his sacred Karakia incantations, summoning divine energy to weaken Pekahoa. The warriors, following his lead, attacked with sharpened spears, striking the beast repeatedly. Weakened by the spells and relentless assault, Pekahoa let out one final, ear-splitting wail before collapsing, lifeless, into the waters. With Pekahoa defeated, the people of Rotorua were freed from fear. Ngata Roirangi's bravery became legendary, and the cave where Pekahoa once lurked remained a sacred site. Some say that even today, the waters of Te Wero Yuri whisper with echoes of the great battle, reminding all who visit of the hero who subdued the mighty Taniwha. This legend of Pekahoa, like many Taniwha stories, teaches the importance of courage, wisdom, and respect for the forces of nature. Taniwha are also depicted as dangerous beings who demand respect. In some tales, they prey on humans, devouring those who disrespect their domains or fail to offer proper tributes. One infamous story is that of the Taniwha Waiteri Papa, who terrorized a village until it was vanquished by a hero. Such stories serve as cautionary tales about the consequences of arrogance or disregard for the natural world. These monstrous depictions often highlight the duality of Taniwha. While they could be protectors, they also had their own needs and expectations, which, if unmet, could lead to catastrophic outcomes. This balance reflects the Maori worldview that nature, like Taniwha, is both nurturing and unpredictable, requiring care and respect. The Taniwha legend also reflects Maori perspectives on environmental stewardship. Taniwha often guard waterways and natural resources, symbolizing the need to care for these vital elements. By respecting the Taniwha, communities were reminded of their duty to live harmoniously with nature, ensuring its protection for future generations. For instance, if a Taniwha inhabited a river, the community might impose strict rules to prevent overfishing or pollution, framing these practices as a form of respect for the Taniwha. In this way, the legend acted as a cultural mechanism for preserving the environment and fostering sustainability. Today, Taniwha continue to hold cultural and spiritual significance for many people. While some view them as literal beings, others interpret them metaphorically, representing unseen dangers or the guardianship of certain places. Taniwha are also featured in contemporary art, literature, and even legal discussions, particularly in cases involving the preservation of natural sites. One notable example is the debate surrounding infrastructure projects, such as highways or dams, that might disrupt areas believed to be home to a Taniwha. These discussions often bring Maori cultural values into the public sphere, highlighting the enduring relevance of Taniwha in modern New Zealand. The tales of Taniwha are as diverse as the tribes that tell them. There is a famous tale of Karutahi, a Taniwha associated with Lake Waikarimona. Karutahi was said to have a profound bond with the lake, ensuring its waters remained pure and bountiful. However, when disrespected, Karutohi's wrath could manifest in storms or whirlpools, demonstrating the consequences of failing to honor these guardians. These stories showcase the duality of Taniwha as both protectors and threats. The legend of the Taniwha is a fascinating window into Maori culture, offering insights into their beliefs about the natural world, spirituality, and the balance between protection and danger. Whether as guardians, monsters, or symbols of environmental care, Taniwha remain a powerful part of Maori heritage. By understanding these legends, we can appreciate the depth and richness of Maori storytelling and the lessons it continues to impart. Ultimately, the Taniwha legend reminds us of our connection to nature and the importance of respecting the forces that shape our world. It's a story that transcends time, blending myth, history, and environmental wisdom into a narrative that resonates deeply with Maori values and beyond.